Peter, thank you very much for meeting with me today, and thank you so much for agreeing to be at my first class of community and university. I feel bad not to be able to be there for that first class period, but as I told you that I have an assignment for the university to be in Los Angeles that day, and so, but at the same time, I really want to get the class going.
Well, you know, I'm flattered that you've asked me to step in to be you for the day for the community and university class. I had a great time working with the class last year in my capacity as AmeriCorps Vista, and I'm very excited to help out again this year. So, what is it exactly that you'd like me to do for this first class?
Well, you know, as you know, time is of the essence in this class. Because if the students are going to learn enough about Hazelwood to know what will contribute to the community in a real way, and then actually choose a project and execute it all within 15 weeks, we have to really get the class going quickly. So I guess what I'd like you to do is, number one, of course, I'd like you to go over the syllabus, if you would, and share from your own experience what service learning means, because this is a service learning class. And you know, students who aren't ready to be actively involved in the community and with the community really are in the wrong class. And so I want to make sure that they understand that this is an active class. This isn't just a reading class. Yeah, there's reading, but it's a lot more than that. And so if you would stress that and make sure that they feel like they're in the right place, that they're ready to take some initiative, to be a little political in the sense of making a change for the better, and being advocates for the people of Hazelwood and coming to understand their concerns and their desires and working with them as partners. And that's really what I'm hoping you'll be able to convey in part. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a great experience for the students, and I think Hazelwood is a great place to learn what service learning is and to maybe make some of those political choices.
Right.
So I guess another question I have is how's this class going to compare to last year's class? What's going to be similar? What's going to be different?
Well, let's see. Similarities. For one thing, we're going back to Hazelwood again. We had a good experience there last year. The community received us so warmly and seemed very anxious to work with our class. This will be the first time that I've had the seminar work in the same community 2 years in a row. But it's because I think there are a lot of needs in Hazelwood, but beyond that, people in Hazelwood are working really hard, and they want as much help as they can get. So that's one thing that's the same. Another thing that's the same is the nature of what we are wanting to try to accomplish there. I hope when you go over the syllabus, you'll really talk with the students about reciprocity and sustainability. Two important words for this class. Yeah, we're going to get something out of this because this is service learning. This is not just volunteerism. I'm hoping that the students learn some important truths, some important lessons, some important skills from what they do in this class, and you can talk about that with them. So we're getting from our work in Hazelwood, and I want the community of Hazelwood to feel that they got a fair return on the investment they're going to make in us. And then as far as sustainability, I don't want anybody to feel that this is like a hit and run sort of thing. You know, we're going to go in there and do something and then we're out of there because that's all we care, is to get our piece. No. No, we want to make some type of contribution that's really going to stick, that's going to have some longer term impact and benefit for the community. So those are things that are the same. As far as differences, one thing I'm going to do this year, that I want to do with the class this year, you know, a lot of what we do is public. It gets published, and it's done in the public. Well, I'm going to extend that one step more. Last year I had students keep field notes, which were just internal, just for our own use. This year I'm going to try something a little different. I'd like to try a blog that's public, that other people can respond to, like yourself, for example. I hope you'll follow our blog.
Of course.
So I'm going to have myself and the students in the class writing regularly, like daily, about what's going on in the community and in the project. I don't mean every student's going to write every day. We'll do some type of rotation, but so everybody will contribute every so often. But I think it would be great to be able to engage the community electronically as we're progressing through the class. And we're already engaging the community in other ways, but this would be an additional way.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
I guess the other thing that's going to be different is the project, because I have no idea what the project is going to be. That's for the students to figure out.
Yeah. Well, I know the project last year was a great success, and I know being as close to a resident of Hazelwood without actually living here, that the community and university class really built a good relationship with the community. I think is really building on the trust that Duquesne and Hazelwood are really starting to build together. And so I look forward very much to what the students come up with and to the way that they're going to work with the community and the residents here. I have faith that it's going to be a very good project.
Well, I hope so. Our experience last year was great, and I thank you for all the help you gave us last year. And not only you, but Mr. Tim, Mr. Tendai, Jim down at the Hazelwood Initiative, Marianne at the library, so many people that helped make the project successful. So thank you very much, and thanks for taking over the class for me.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.